Tata. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. So far, we discussed about the performance of Hartley oscillator in our laboratory. How to perform the Hartley oscillator experiment in our laboratory. We discussed. Today, we are going to discuss about the Colpitz's oscillator. Next experiment is Colpitz's oscillator. The procedure is remains same what we discussed for Hartley oscillator. That is nothing but first we are going to find out the practical frequency uh, of the particular Colpitz's oscillator. Then we are going to then we are going to compare this practical frequency with its theoretical frequency. That is, we are having for Colpitz's oscillator formula, frequency formula is F is equals to 1 by 2 pi root LC. LCT. CT is the equivalence capacitance here. Why? Because here C1 and C2 both are in series, then the formula will be different here. Then if both the capacitors are in series, then what the formula we are having, equivalence capacitance formula C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. So this is the equivalence capacitance formula. Only the calculation part is different. Remaining procedure is same for what we discussed for Hartley oscillators experiment. Okay, so this is the main aim of the experiment. Determine the frequency of oscillator of the Colpitz's oscillator for different values of capacitance to compare the same with their corresponding theoretical value. So this is our main aim. We are keeps on changing the capacitance value. Here C1 is the constant here. C1 capacitor is constant. C1 capacitor is constant, and C2 we are going to vary here. So three different capacitance we are taking here. So for each particular capacitance of C2, we are going to calculate the practical frequency and as well as theoretical frequency. Then we are comparing. If the difference is minimum, then we can say it is a good oscillator, right? We can say that is a good Colpitz's oscillator. So now apparatus, coming to the next step, apparatus. So we are also having the direct Colpitz's oscillator trainer kit we are having. So need not to connect on the breadboard. So directly trainer kit is available, and CRO we required, then decade capacitance box, but it is not required. Everything will be available in the kit only here. Colpitz's oscillator kit. Then connecting wires we required. CRO probe, one more we required. Okay, CRO probe is also required. So these are the three apparatus we are going to take in order to perform the Colpitz's oscillator experiment. So first what you need to do means, here if you observe here, three different capacitors we are having. So first one is 0.001 microfarad. So C1 is same, here it is fixed. We are not going to change this C1 value, C1 capacitor. And C2 is keeps on we are changing. How many capacitors we are having? 3 totally, 0.001, 0.0022, 0.0033. So for each step we are going to change this capacitance value. First we are going to calculate for practical frequency and theoretical frequency for this capacitance. Then after completion of this, then we can move to this 0.0022 microfarad. So I am going to explain only the first capacitance value, how we are going to calculate the theoretical frequency, and how we are going to compare it with practical frequency. Okay, this procedure I am going to explain you now. So here directly I am connecting this upper side part. Upper portion is connected to here. Here no capacitance is available here. From this place to this place, I am going to connect with a wire here, red wire. If you observe, from this place to this place, I am going to connect with this help of red wire. Then down part I am connecting with this black wire. Okay, so black wire is from this place to this place. So this capacitor is connected here itself now. So directly, then after that, what the job you need to do means CRO probe. So directly CRO probe you can kept on the kit. Output place is there here. If you observe here, you have the output. He is already mentioned here output. So red one is the phase here, black one is the ground. Then you can see the CRO screen here. Directly will get the waveform on the screen. So for this waveform, I am going to calculate 3 parameters here totally. What are the 3 parameters means? One is amplitude, next one is time period, and third one is the frequency. Like that we are going to get the practical frequency. Okay, so if you observe here, this is the circuit diagram of this particular Colpitz's oscillator, and the same whatever the circuit diagram is available on the kit, same circuit diagram here we are having here. So need not to again perform this, we need not to connect this circuit on the breadboard here. So then after that, calculation part. Coming to the calculation, how we are going to calculate the theoretical and practical frequencies. first step, first you can write down the C1 value, capacitor value, what the capacitance I am taking here, 0.001 microfarad. So that capacitance value you need to write here, 0.001 microfarad, headline. Then in first parameter, what you need to calculate here, amplitude. First parameter you need to calculate amplitude. So now observe the CRO screen here. So adjust the position knob here. Then if you observe here, this is total one box height, total waveform height you need to calculate. So this is one box, and here it is 1.8 here. Total from top to bottom the height is 1.8. And which channel it is connected here? If you observe here, it is in channel 1 position it is connected, and the mark will be in 1 volt place. The mark will be in volts per division, mark will be in 1 volts place. So then I can write directly here 1.8 into 1 volt. So what is the procedure to calculate the amplitude? Means height of the waveform in multiply with corresponding channel volts per division. So what is the procedure to calculate the amplitude? Means height of the waveform, total height of the waveform is multiplied with corresponding channel volts per division. In which channel you are going to connect it, that particular channel volts per division you need to take. So this is total is 1.8 volts. Amplitude is how much you are having, 1.8 volts. But in our experiment it is not required. Only this amplitude will amplitude is required for drawing the graph here. Amplitude is required for drawing graph. In order to calculate comparing theoretical with practical frequency, there is no use of this calculation of amplitude, but you need to draw the graph on the normal graph for this what the waveform it is generating at the output, AC output. So that waveform you need to draw on the graph. For that purpose only I am going to calculate, I am going to take this amplitude reading also here. The next one, time period. Second parameter I am going to calculate time period. So time period is nothing but first you need to drag this waveform onto main x-axis DC line, and I am going to change volts per division. Position you can move front and back here, and any two positive edges or any two negative edges difference you need to take. So I am going to calculate here two positive edges difference here. If you observe clearly, two positive edges difference, if you see here, it is total one box it is, and here it is more than 0.2 here, more than 0.2. So I can take here total 1.3 here, total 1.3. So while taking the time period you need to take exact values here. Single division is mistaken here, means the time period will be changes so much, and if it is time period is changes, means it will affect on the calculation of the practical frequency. So you need to take very seriously while taking the readings. Time period reading you need to calculate exactly here. So 1.3 here you are having. So this 1.3 and corresponding times per division, in what range it is having here, 0.5. Here it is in having the here you have 10 microseconds here, 10 microseconds. The division will be in 10 microseconds. So 1.3 into 10 microseconds I am writing here. So totally it is 13 microseconds. Time period how much I am having, 13 microseconds. Then 13 microseconds we have. Then last parameter, practical frequency here. Practical frequency is nothing but 1 by time period, reciprocal of time period, means 1 by 13 microseconds. Okay, micro means 1 by 13 into 10 to the power of minus 6. If you do this calculation here, 1 divided by 13, 10 microseconds minus 6. If you do this calculation, how much will you get? 76.923 kilohertz. I am converting into points here. Otherwise, you can write 76,923 hertz. Okay, this is the practical frequency. So what I am going to do next one, theoretical frequency you need to calculate. Theoretical frequency. So what is the formula for theoretical frequency? F is equals to 1 by 2 pi root LCT. So CT is nothing but the combination of two capacitance, C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. This is the formula I am having. So C1 value is how much? C1 is constant here. We already discussed this one. C1 is constant. How much it is? 0.01 microfarad. Only C2 is variable here. C2 is how much I am taking in starting case. C2 I am taking here 0.001 microfarad. 0.001 micro. Just substitute these values here. So 0.01. You also concentrate the microfarads here, 10 to the power of minus 6 here. and 0.001 into 10 to the power of minus 6 whole divided by 0.01 plus 0.001. 10 to the power of minus 6 is common here. So this 10 to the power of minus 6, this 10 to the power of minus 6 will be gets cancelling out here. So remaining calculation need to do here. 0.001 into 0.001 whole divided by 0.01 plus 0.001. If you do, what you will get? 9 to the power of 09. It's already 10 power of minus 4 I am having here, 10 power of minus 4, and we are already having here 10 power of minus 6 here. Here in the calculation, here you will get 10 power of minus 4 here, and here you have 10 power of minus 6. So total how much you will get? 9.09 into 10 to the power of minus 10. 10 power of minus 10. This is the total CT value here. So this value you need to substitute here in this formula. So F is equals to 1 by 2 pi, and L value already observed on the kit here. It is already mentioning here 5 millihenries here. He already mentioned here 5 millihenries, means 5 into 10 to the power of minus 3. And capacitance value 9.09 into 10 to the power of minus 10. So I am just going to calculate total value here. 1 divided by 1 by 2 pi root LC. L value is 5 millihenries. Milli I am not taking here, 10 to the power, okay, otherwise 10 to the power of minus 3 you can write here. And after that capacitance, what the value I am getting? 10.09 into 10 to the power of minus 10. Close the bracket here. Again it is close the bracket. So now equal, so if you do, how much value you got here? 74.654 kilohertz. 74.654 kilohertz. So this is the theoretical frequency. So how much practical I am getting here? 76.923. So 2 kilohertz difference is not difficult here. So almost you are getting the same value here. So these two readings you need to compare here. So this is the way you need to perform the Colpitz's oscillator experiment.